Here we are, the official episode 1 of Let's Go Parma. We start the league season today, and hopefully we start the road to Serie A. Hello there and welcome to Season 1, Episode 1 of Let's Go Parma. I'm Stubo, thank you very much for joining me in today's episode, the first proper episode of the series. If you didn't watch Episode 0, then there should be something in one of the top corners. I think it's that top corner over there. Yeah, go and watch that video. Just it will set up the save, it will set up what we're going to be doing, and it will set up the aims of the save, which are really just to get Parma to as high as we can in the Italian football structure and in European football. If we can make them one of the best clubs in the world, fantastic. If we can't, but we'll give it the best go. Anyway, we are here for the first couple of games of the league season. Before we do that, though, transfers. So, we started with addressing a couple of issues. Central defence and central midfield were the two that we wanted to sort. But before that, I'll quickly show you the outs that we've had. As you can see, there's a lot of players out on loan at this club. So, when we get to the end of the season, my word, are we going to have a clear out? Because we absolutely need one. So we did sell Matthias Spracati, Michel Laraspata and Larini. Apologies for the random cut there. I just had a bit of a sneezing fit. I don't know where that came from. It's March. It's way too early for hay fever, surely, but that's what it felt like. Goodness me. But yes, we sold those guys. So again, you go Spracati, Laraspata and Larini. Moved those guys on. 475k for Spracati. Larini went for 450 and Laraspata, we only went for a paltry amount, but he didn't have a lot of potential, so we just thought, let's get him out the door. We're not going to use him. We sent a bunch of our high potential lads out on loan as well. Dario Sitz, one of them. Kamara, definitely one of them. Koulibaly from the first team we sent out as well. Starting to regret that one, if I'm being completely honest with you. He's a right back, and we could have done with a right back right about now. And yeah, players like Turk, Dan, who I can't say the surname of, Mir, Radu, and Benedizak. Adrian. We're going to call him Adrian. So those are all of our outs. As transfers in, I didn't realise how many players they've actually signed themselves. We get down to here. We've got these little three just at the bottom here. First one being Leo Griemel. Leo Griemel's an Austrian under-21 international. He's got 5-star potential, 3-star current ability. Looks decent enough for the moment. I think he's going to be a very, very good defender for us, especially as we grow through the save. I think if we hold on to him, he'll at least do us for the first couple of seasons in Serie A when we get there. But to me, he looks really good. To me, he'll do a good job for us. Only 6'1". You know I like a big lad at the back. Not quite the biggest lad, but he'll do a job for us, no problem at all. Second signing was Fabrizio Dominguez. Looks decent enough to me. Mainly this versatility is the reason I signed him. He can play as an emergency right back, as a wing back, right midfielder, right attacking midfielder in the middle, central midfielder in the middle. He could even be a defensive midfielder if we really wanted him to. And he can sort of do a job on the left-hand side as well. This guy's good, probably far too good for us. Well, no, leading player for most Serie B sides. To be fair, we're meant to be one of those leading teams, so that works well for me. And then we've got Marcel Sobotka, who we've signed from Dusseldorf, another permanent signing. I should say Dominguez is on loan, whereas Griemel is a permanent signing as well. Marcel Sobotka's come in, central midfielder, another German, plays a defensive midfielder, plays a central midfielder. He's mainly a ball-winning midfielder, defensive midfielder. Could do a job for us as a box-to-box if we wanted to, which we are currently playing with. Looks decent enough to me, will do a good job for us, and he's already got a good ability, he's already got good potential. Most importantly, though, he's a Serie A quality player. We're not in Serie A yet. That's pretty cool. But yeah, as you see, we signed Leo Griemel for £3.1 million. Most of that is on instalments. We've signed him. I can't remember how much it was up front. Could you give me a breakdown here? Lovely if it did. Can you give me a breakdown? No. Okay, I think it was something like £400,000 we signed him up front for, and same with Sobotka. It was more like the majority of it was up front, but we actually did some of it on instalments as well. So they're the only players we've currently signed at the moment. We did also, at one point, look like we were going to sign this man, Safir Taider. He's gone to Udinese. The reason why this was really frustrating is this would have been not only would it have been a great transfer for us, but it would have been free. He was a free agent. And I'm gutted because we had him in on trial. He was looking good. We offered him a contract. And the second we offered him a contract was when other teams came in for him. And we just lost out on him. And he would have been, I mean, he's 4-star ability. He would have been he's a Serie A player. He would have been one of the best players in the league. But it just wasn't to be. There was another player who I've kind of forgotten about. I think it was Eric Thommy? I think it was Eric Thommy, yeah. Eric Thommy. We had a deal sorted out for him as well. I mean, look at that. Just look at how good he is. We can't see all of his stats, obviously, but we had a deal arranged for this guy as well. Same thing. Other teams came in for him. We ended up missing out on him. And he's played 2 substitute Bundesliga appearances already. So, again, the quality he was as well. In the end, we went with Dominguez and Sobotka instead. Both are good players, but it's a case of what could have been. Anyway, enough of that nonsense. Let's get to the first game of COB season. And I don't know how this is going to go. This is the formation we've been using for the majority of, well, all of pre-season actually. And I am confident in it, but there's some. I've got a bit of a concern, if I'm being completely honest with you. I have got a bit of a concern that we're going to come into this and we're just going to get absolutely battered, but we're just going to go for it anyway. So, without any further ado, how about we get into the first game of the season against Tanana and hopefully not embarrass ourselves when we're expected to get promoted. That sounds like a plan to me. Let's go. Okay, here we are. First game of the season against Tanana. They've lost their first game, which I'm assuming is going to be in the Italian Cup. We obviously won our first game in the first round of that competition. I did make a couple of changes. I've brought in the new boys, Grimal and Sobotka. I just thought, you know what? They're both good enough to start in this team. Excuse me. Let's just throw them in, let's just give them a chance, and let's see what happens. And hopefully they don't have an absolutely shocking game. We should be winning this game. We are predicted to finish quite high up. I had a quick look at Tanana beforehand. They are not predicted to finish very high in this league. That doesn't necessarily mean, however, that is the way it's going to go. But we are 100% meant to be the better team here. It's just a case of whether that is the case. So far, looking at the match stats, we have been playing that way. Better possession, better chances, better XG, all is well. The only thing that would make it a bit better is if we could put the ball in the back of the net. If that's okay, lads, that would be lovely. We are having a very, very good start so far. And we have our first highlight of the game that's coming from their goalkeeper. Launches it up. Donnarumma's going to try and flick it on. He does. Folletti's got it on the end of it. He's running towards our goal. And Colombi makes the save. Colombi deputising for Donnarumma. I did mention at the start, actually, Donnarumma currently out injured for up to 3 weeks. Also, our other right back, other than Rispoli, one of the lads who are on loan, is currently suspended, which is a bit frustrating because he probably would have started ahead of Rispoli. It does mean we don't have another right back on the bench. Well, Dominguez can play there, but I've seen his tackling stat. Trust me, he can't play there. We are getting the ball back. Pandev tries to get it forward, but his pass is a little bit loose. We have got poor team cohesion at the moment, and it's because of the amount of new players that was already at the club before we even joined. We've only made 3 signings, but the amount of signings that have been made definitely have affected team cohesion. It's going to take a little while until that gets sorted, but at the halfway point, it is 0-0. Man's the only one who's looked particularly... well, not even woeful. A 6.6 is not the end of the world, but we are going to encourage the boys. Little bit of encouragement. Come on, lads. And it's Rispoli with the throw. Gets it to Sciattarella. Gets it to Man. Man whips it in. Oh, what a goal that would have been by Man. Can you imagine? I've just been saying he's had the worst game so far, and then he goes and scores an absolute worldie. I would have preferred it if he had scored the worldie, but it still was a nice moment. Right, Inglese going out wide. By the way, if you're Italian and you know that I'm pronouncing these names wrong, I apologise profusely. I do not know Italian in any way, shape or form. Sciattarella gets it back to Grimal. Grimal looking to get the ball forward here. Gets to Pandev, into Man. Man looks for Totino. Totino's in, goes for the shot, and Iannarelli? I'm going to go with Iannarelli. Iannarelli makes a save. He's had some good saves today, Iannarelli. I do think Man is looking like the player who's going to be subbed off in the very near future. We're going to wait until the 65th, 70th minute, somewhere in that region before we make that decision. Tanana coming forward here. Folletti looking to make oh, no. Valenti's giving away a penalty. Valenti's given away a penalty. He's had a good game and he's gone and done that. And we don't have Buffon in goal. Oh, no, that's horrible. Oh, it is a penalty. They didn't come up with the thing, or at least I didn't see it. It is a penalty. Can Colombi make himself a hero in the first game of the season? No, he cannot. And all of a sudden, we've got it all to do now. Alfredo Donnarumma scoring the goal. Dennis Mann's coming straight off. We're going to bring on... I don't know what the best change is now. I think we'll bring Brunetta on. who was on the line of starting today, and we ended up not going with him. We're gonna go with him. Give him a chance. That's heartbreaking. That's absolutely heartbreaking. We're going to demand more from the boys. It's a corner to Tanana. They're starting to pile the pressure on. We do manage to clear the ball and Defendi. I wonder if he's one of their defenders. I'd love to find that out. It's a great name for a defender. Donnarumma here goes for the shot, hits the crossbar, and oh my word, can we not do that, boys? Oh, we need to really... Oh, come on, boys. We can't lose for a penalty, surely. Surely we can't. Right, it's an aimless lump from Capone. All the way back to Colombia, the goalkeeper, who I feel bad. His rating has plummeted since that penalty, but it's not his fault that he didn't give it away. It was Valencia, who I feel bad for as well, because he was having a really, really good game to begin with. Right, Brunetta, one of the substitutions we brought on, gets it back to Sobotka, over to Osterwald. Osterwald, all the way back to Colombia, who's well outside of his box. He needs to get back there, just in case they nick the ball back off of us. This is what I mean now. Our team cohesion is so low that we are going to struggle to combine and make some nice moves at the moment. Like, there's going to be the one or two good ones, but we're going to struggle to see them out just because the team are not used to playing with each other. What a ball that is, and Totino is there, and he's hit the crossbar. He's hit the crossbar, and that was a great chance, but we do now have a corner, and it is going to be, I can't remember who it's going to be to take. It's going to be Pandev. Whips it in, looking for Inglese. Inglese is there, and it is 1-1, and we have got the equaliser in the 68th minute. And I feel like I can breathe again just a little bit. Oh my word, we have been pummeling them. Before and after that penalty, they've only had one or two chances, and we finally get a goal. It is from a set piece, but I do not care. It is 1-1. It's the bare minimum we deserve in this game. We deserve more in this game. We deserve to win. We have played better than they have. But at the end of the day, the final score is the only thing that's going to matter. Moral victories do not count as much as I like to think they do. Valencia now gets to Sobotka. Sobotka looking for options. Gets to Brunetta. Brunetta looking for Totino. Totino's looked really, really good over on that right-hand side, but he couldn't get the pass. Get on the end of the pass there. And Defendi now gets it out wide. Rispoli with the interception. And Schitterella gets it over to Inglese, but Inglese doesn't have the pace to get on the end of it. And Yana really, the goalkeeper who has kept us out for the majority of the game, does keep the ball, but just aimlessly lumps it forward, which I like to see. And we now turn possession back over again. Valencia trying to build out from the back. The midfielders pass it between them, and Brunetta's broken away from the defensive line, and he has made it 2-1 to Parma in the first game of the season. What a comeback. We have dominated the game. We deserve to win the game, and we now go ahead. Valencia to Sobotka. Sobotka to Schitterella. The vice-captain launches the ball over to Brunetta, and the substitute just puts it in the back of the net like there's no issues. It nearly burped, I'm so excited. It is 2-1, and my word, do we deserve that. Right, it is about substitute o'clock, so we need to have a look and see who are the tidiest boys, because the team's playing well. I think let's focus on the midfield. So Schitterella can come off for Som, I think. We'll bring Som on. We'll change him to being a ball-winning midfielder as well, actually. I might just convert that position to a ball-winning midfielder because I think it's worked for us today. And then we have one more final change. What's the most important position to take off? Because we are playing a very high-intensity system, so we do need to master the art of squad rotation, I think. And I think that player who's going to come on, let's bring, not Dominguez, because he would come on. But Totino's had a really, really good game. I'll tell you what, we'll bring Pandev off and we'll bring Dominguez on. No, not Dominguez, Vasquez. Bring Vasquez on. Made that decision. We're bringing Vasquez on. Probably got more substitutions we can make, actually, because this is still in COVID lands. But let's just wait. Let's just leave everything else alone. Right. I said we're going to leave everything else alone, but actually, let's just slow everything down just a little bit. Lower that line. Let's just see the game out, boys. 2-1 will do. First game of the season. You're all new to the team. Let's just see things out. And that's not as easy as it probably could have been when you look at those match stats, but we saw it through. We gave away a silly penalty, but then Inglese and Brunetta with the goals to see us through to a 2-1 win. Apologies, I've still got my COVID cough. Yeah, we saw that out. That was fantastic. All the heart we showed to get through there. That was lovely, and it puts us in 7th place on the after our first game of the season, after everyone's first game of the season. Sobotka makes his debut. Most of the players, I think, made their debuts, to be honest with you. But yeah, that'll do. That'll do plenty. Right, 5 days between this game and the Regina game. I'll see you there. Okay, we are back for the game against Regina. First of all, apologies if my face looks a bit orange. This does happen sometimes in my videos because I'm recording right by a window. I've got my curtains closed, but the sun is still blaring in. So apologies if I look a little bit orange. But yeah, nothing's happened in between the two games. We are here. We are ready for the second game of the season. And this is the 11 that we're going to be taking to that game. It's Colombian goal, Rispoli, Osorio, Valenti, and Cobalt in the defence, Vasquez and Sciarella in midfield with Zutino, Pandev and Brunetta supporting Inglese up front. We have made a number of changes. We've brought in Vasquez, who would normally be starting anyway. He was just a bit tired for that first game after playing in the Cup. We've brought in Osorio as well, so we have rested a few players. But we've brought in players who I think will do a good job. In particular, we brought Brunetta in the last game, and he got us the winning goal. So I'm a bit I feel comfortable bringing some of these guys in. So that is the 11, and we're just going to get into the game. I think that sounds like a good plan to me. So without any further ado, let's go. Again, this is a game you would say we should be winning. The team we played in the last game actually were recently promoted, and this is a team that I think have been in the league for a little while there. Predicted to finish lower mid-table. Koulibaly is actually one of our players, I think. So we are hoping that we can put Regina to the sword here and basically start to creep towards the top of that table and stay there. That's the hope anyway. But let's get into the game. Let's start things off and hopefully start things off in our first home game of the season with a goal. That'd be fantastic. Right, Vasquez playing a little bit deeper than I was originally going to play him. Tries to get the ball to Brunetta but can't quite get there. But Rispoli, very good at those little interceptions. He did one in the last game which was lovely. Osorio now back over to Rispoli. Rispoli into Totino. Totino looking to get it across to Inglese. Can't quite get there. And Pandev just can't get his shot on target. He goes just over and it will be a goal kick. But a nice little move to start off, which is what I like to see. It is a corner now. Pandev looking to whip it in, looking to get it on the head of someone. Can't quite find anyone, but it comes out to Totino. Totino whips it over to Valenti, of all people, who's gone for the shot, and he's hit the crossbar. It just hit the top of the net, or the top of the crossbar, one or the other, I'm not too sure. And it was a very good attempt from the central defender. He does have, I think he's the one of the defenders we've got who does have shoots from distance as a trait, which is a random trait. He's got 12 long shots. So, I don't know, maybe it's a good trait for him to have, especially if he can get a goal. It would be fantastic. We do give the ball away here, though, and it is going to be Regina on the attack. And they're building from the back here, nice and slowly. Nice little football. I can appreciate that. Just if they can do it to someone who isn't me, that would be even better. Rivas now, over on this left-hand side for them, looking to get the ball into the box. He's coming in himself. He's looking for the shot. He has the shot, and it goes just over. We do need to be careful. We do need to be very, very careful. We are a very, very good team, but any other team could just get a result on us and it could just absolutely ruin our confidence. Free kick now from Vasquez, looking to whip it in. He does so, gets to Osorio, and it is in. It just creeps over the line. The referee is going to have a look at it. The referee is going to have a closer look at this. Might get disallowed. VAR in anything other than a top flight is weird to me, but it has been given. Thankfully, the VAR was there. Vasquez whips it in. Osorio gets his head on it. It just bounces on the goal line and in. Glorious, glorious times to be had by Parma. And that puts us a goal ahead. That puts us second in the table as things stand. And if we can get another goal, I would feel a little bit better. But that is a great start. We have, however, given away a dangerous free kick. And these free kicks always worry me a little bit. And it's going to be Florencio with the free kick. Florencio. Wow, it didn't matter. He missed anyway. Florencio. What a name. Florencio. I love that name. I kind of want to sign him just for his name. We did let him have the chance, but he did not make the most of it. And we go in 1-0 ahead. We do probably need another goal, I would suggest. We'll keep things as they are for now. No need to change anything. And I'm going to demand a bit more. I want to see more from the team. I want to see us get another goal. And Pandev might provide here. And Florencio, that man again, clearing the ball. Only as far as Pandev, the corner taker though. Pandev now looking to do something with the limited pace he does have. Inglese can't get on the end of it. Vasquez now recovering the ball. And Rispoli looking to get the ball back into the net. He's been a very good player in these two games. Gets it into Vasquez. Vasquez back to Rispoli. Into Totino. Totino. Vasquez. We're just passing the ball around a little bit tentatively. If we can actually just blast the ball into the net, that'd be great, boys. Cobalt now gets the ball to Vasquez, over to Brunetta. Brunetta now looking to get the ball back in, gets to Totino, and it is indeed 2-0. And Totino with the goal, Brunetta with the assist. Parma 2, Regina 0. And we might be getting 6 from 6 here, and that would be fantastic. What a start to the season this could be. Vasquez over to Brunetta. Lovely little bit of control from Brunetta, and then just crosses it over to Totino, who heads it in. Those two working really well on the wings together. It does force a couple of good players out, which is a bit frustrating, but I don't really care as long as we're playing well. Valencia now just kicking things off with another highlight for us. Vasquez into Totino. Vasquez was going to be playing in the role that Pandev is playing in, but at the moment I don't think that's ever going to happen. I think he works in that deep role, which makes me think actually we didn't need another central midfielder. We needed another attacking midfielder. It's 3-0 by the way, while I've been ranting about that. It's a goal for Inglese. Lovely little pass. And we find ourselves 3-0 ahead, which is glorious. I think it was Totino with the assist as well. We'll have a look in a second. Let's have a quick nose. Yeah, Totino with the assist. Absolutely brilliant. We are playing some nice football. It is very nice to see. And we're not tiring quite as quickly in this game as we were in the last one, but we are still going to make those changes. Pandev looking for Brunetta. He's found Brunetta, in fact. What a pass from Goran Pandev. Gets it back to Chiatarella. Vasquez. His pass doesn't work, but he gets the ball back. Vasquez gets it into Brunetta. Brunetta goes for the shot from range. It's a tame one that goes just wide, however. And that is going to be, I think, substitute o'clock. Let's have a look at who's tiring. I think Pandev deserves a bit of a break, actually. He's been playing really well, but I think we'll give him a bit of a break. And I'll tell you what, we'll put Vasquez up here, but we'll put him up as a playmaker because he's been doing really well as a playmaker in that role there. Let's bring Soam on. He can do the ball-winning midfielder role, so let's pop him there. Let's just double-check. Can he? His best position is a defensive midfielder version of that, so we'll do that. And we'll bring Dennis Mann on for a little bit as well. And then we'll make a couple more changes, or at least one more change, maybe a couple more changes on the 80th minute. That sounds like a plan to me. What a start this has been to the season. The drama of that first game, and then we've absolutely dominated in this one. And we'll just have a look at changes now. Vasquez is tiring a little bit. He is an older player. He's 31, 32 years old. 32 years old. He's got okay stamina, not the best, but we will be bringing him off. I think we'll bring Dominguez on, and I want to bring this guy on, Bernabé. He looks decent, and we can make that change as well, which is fantastic. Can we make a right back change as well? Can we make a fifth change? We can. Well, let's just make all of the changes then. Del Prato is the guy who was suspended for the first game, so we'll bring him on as well, and I think that will do it plenty. Bit of complacency out there, but we're 3-0 up. I think that's okay. We'll drop a little bit of praise in a minute as well, just to finish things off. Let's do it there. And I think we've seen the game out well here. We might get one more highlight, in fact, which would be fantastic if we could make something from it. If we don't, not so fantastic. Big ball forward from their goalkeeper. Osorio deals with it, but he heads it down to Menez, which is a bit frustrating. Bit of complacency there, but Colombi is equal to it. And we get another highlight immediately. Regina looking to get on the counter-attack. Are we going to steal the ball off them and get a fourth? That would be brilliant. I would be up for that if we can do that, boys. Just make that happen for me. You know, you want to impress the boss, this is how you do it. This is not how you do it, though. This is not how you do it, just letting them run into our half. If we can get the ball off of them here, lads, I'd appreciate it very much so. What a tackle from Vice-Captain Chiatarella. What a tackle. Gets the ball out of play. There's 20 seconds left. Even if they get a goal here, it's not going to matter in the grand scheme of things. But I would prefer us to go and win this game with a clean sheet, if I'm being honest with you. Kupsis gets it in. Valencia, Cobalt just working really well. Inglese gets the ball. We've got a couple of seconds left. There's a tackle from their player. Koulibaly, who might be our player, is there. And that is the game. And we do end up winning by 3-0. That was good. That was good indeed. I really enjoyed that. Oh, we could play like this all season. I'll be very happy. And that puts us second. Frosinone, the only team ahead of us. Goal difference is the same. It must be down to goals scored that we are currently not top, because we have looked very sharp in that game. We looked sharp in the first game as well. We just took a little bit of work to get going. If you have a quick look at the dynamics, dynamics have moved. They were poor. They've actually gone up to average now. So we are going to start getting better on the pitch. As you can see, I did upset Danilo. He's just there. Oops. But again, I didn't realise he just signed this season. But I would like to move him on, if I'm being completely honest with you. But that is going to be the end of the episode. I really enjoyed that. I really did. I had a lot of fun with that one, I have to say. So 2 wins in. I am very, very, very proud of how we've done so far. So let's have a look forward. So we've got the month of September coming up. I'm thinking, let's go through September, and I'll be back with you at the beginning of October. I'm looking at that Frosinone game. They're currently top of the table. We're currently second. We're level on points with them. Let's go to there. Let's play the game there, and then we'll play maybe the Brescia game, because I think Brescia are predicted to finish quite high up. They're predicted to finish 3rd. Currently 18th. They've had a terrible start to the season, but we'll go and play them. Frosinone and Brescia, I think that is the best plan. Wonderful. I'm going to have a look at transfers and see if there's any other players we need to bring into the squad. I don't think there is. I think we're absolutely fine as we are. We could go with the team that we've got, but I will have a look through just in case. I think we've got about £600,000 left in the transfer kitty, if I remember correctly. Yeah, £600,000, and then we've got a bit of wage budget to work with as well. But I think that squad is going to do the job for us this season, to be honest with you. They've looked really good so far. No one's looked out of their depth. I think once there's a bit more cohesion with the team, I think it's going to be even better as well. So, this could be fun. This could be fun. And then watch us get absolutely smashed when we get promoted. Probably going to happen. Thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed the first proper episode of this series, please do leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel for more future Football Manager goodness. Leave a comment down below what you're enjoying about the series so far, what you think could be improved, and please do share the video far and wide on social media as well. Want to get in contact with me? Twitter.com/StuboFM. Watch me over on Twitch as well, twitch.tv/StuboFM. I've fallen off the wagon of that a little bit recently, but I am going to be back on there with my Coventry City save. But I have been Stubo, you guys have been awesome, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.